welcome to Game 4 of the Best of 9 series between MaFia.KiRa and HaRDy. This is Chosen.
And this is Butterfly. Chosen, go ahead and take it away.
Alright, up here in the middle middle right position, playing the brown Protoss is MaFia.KiRa, who is currently up 2-1 in the series. And his opponent down here in the bottom middle position, playing the red Terran, is HaRDy.
I think HaRDy obviously has this Terran hack on, because he's gotten random and he's gotten Terran. Is this his fourth time, right?
Yep, T. Terran. But, you know, HaRDy's got a good Terran, and if if MaFia.KiRa keeps getting Protoss, it's going to be extremely difficult for HaRDy to win, and it looks like KiRa going for the mid build again.
He put down that pylon first. Do you like that idea? In that situation.
Okay, yeah, I guess he's not going for the mid build. I just assumed because the probe left so quick, but it didn't even click in my head that he put the pylon in his base here. I guess he's just going for an early scout. Maybe he wants to make HaRDy think he's going to mid build and then kind of go for a macro build.
That's a good question.
I mean, KiRa likes to pull tricks like that and really throw his opponent off, and it looks like he is going for the Nexus. He is doing his +1 build, but he's just scouting very soon. And the reason he went up here first is because he wants to know if there's somebody right above him, because if somebody's right above you, you need to know right away and adapt your strategy accordingly.
Especially if they're a Terran. Right, for a siege take, we'll take out your Expo and sorry, not your Expo, but your double Nexus easy.
So, you know, the recreational players out there, if you're in a middle base, like middle left or middle right, you always need to put a high priority on scouting this top right base, because if somebody's up there, you need to adjust and you need to get yourself in a position to be able to win the game instead of just playing it standard.
You don't always have to scout that fast, though.
Yeah.
Okay, now HaRDy scouting the middle.
Yep, he's doing his standard 3 barracks build, and he's scouting the middle for a barracks, and he does not see one. He's just making sure he sees all areas of the middle here. But, you know, usually if you're not scouted by 2 minutes into the game, you're not going to be facing a mid build, and HaRDy hasn't been scouted yet.
No, and going for the 3 barracks again?
Yep, the 3 barracks 1 gas build, and then when he scouts his opponent, he'll adjust accordingly.
And you were saying that HaRDy is an excellent player for adjusting to gameplay.
Yeah, out of these two players, HaRDy is more of the how do I word it? The more kind of unorthodox player, the more adaptable player. He kind of switches up his gameplay. It doesn't necessarily have perfected strategies that he executes game in and game out, whereas KiRa is more of the
textbook.
Yeah, he plugs in a strategy and then he executes it, and he does it better than anybody else. I mean, when he plugs in a strategy, he executes it so well.
Textbook perfection.
Yeah, so KiRa's more the textbook player, and HaRDy's more of the play it by how the game goes player, and he's just a really good adaptable player.
And you need all of these aspects, of course, for StarCraft, the mans of all manly games.
Yeah, and finally KiRa finds HaRDy, and it looks like that. Oh, and HaRDy needed to stop that probe from getting in, but he's going to, again, KiRa's going to be looking how many gas is he up against, and if he's up against another CC or a factory, he's going to see the 4 barracks, and that's going to make him put a high priority on choking. You see him getting the cannon up right away. He wants to keep that 4 barracks out of his base, and HaRDy actually went to the wrong base. He sent all of his units up here to the top left because he thought KiRa was there. He took a gamble. He wanted to catch him off guard, but he was wrong.
I think he saw that scout come from that side, so he assumed that his opponent was at that. He wasn't, and this is a crucial moment of the game. He wants to break this Protoss choke before those cannons come in.
Once morphing in, the cannon is up, and once the cannon is up, it is absolutely GG.
Save those Marines. You need those for this mid-game that we're about to enter.
Marines with no stim, no range. I mean, they are just nothing compared to cannons. Cannons, I mean, I bet 3 cannons could probably kill, 15 Marines? I mean...
Well, you add the zealots on top of it.
Then you add the zealots on top of it, and you're not getting in. And so, KiRa actually not adding the triple Nexus like I predicted he would in this series. He's been going for more of just the +1 build versus Terran. Maybe he only adds the Nexus if he's up against Zerg.
Well, I mean, maybe he's adjusting to his player as just HaRDy was last game. They both probably, I'm sure, looked into this a little bit. Or they just know each other, I'm sure.
Yeah, and HaRDy doing a better job here. Remember in Game 1, he made the mistake of trying to SCV stack attack these cannons. And this time, he's going to be going for more of a choke and +1 command center build. So this game, it looks like it could work out better for HaRDy. But I'd still have to give KiRa the favorite in this game because his Protoss is just so good, and it looks like he is going for the 3 gas, so he's going to be going for that kind of Zealot, Dragoon, Templar timing attack. And HaRDy's going to need a bunch of bunkers so that those Templars can't just mutilate his infantry.
Well, he's getting that one factor we saw earlier, and he's just going to work on producing a tank with the siege mode. I'm assuming he's upgrading, and then that will kind of help fight off those goons, and all this heavy marine count will prevent the Zealots from coming in.